Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Jason here at Signature Esports, and a pleasure it is to have you here live and in charge for the National Sim Racing League. A one-off broadcast for me tonight. The Nashville 250 is about to get hot and heavy. Qualifying underway for the drivers as they have a pretty big old decent field in here. We're going to have a ton of fun with this one because stage racing is in effect. And it is going to be a ton of fun. 188 laps for the drivers as they get in and they put down their fastest laps. Qualifying is where it all starts, especially in the next-gen cars, the next-gen series. An absolute thrill to see the progress that iRacing has been able to make with these cars and the talent that's going to be with this field. It's going to be insane. We're going to have fun. We're going to rock out. And, of course, we couldn't do it without you. Thank you to everybody out there tuning in tonight. And if you're here for the first time, make sure that you give a like and follow to all of our social platforms. I'd appreciate that. As things start to unwind, I do know that I'm going to at least have one name right tonight because I asked. It's just a ton of fun. All right, folks, big special thank you to the sponsors of the league. Good to thank you. Oh, thank you for the follow out there. Axelode, appreciate you very much. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day. Sponsors, Butt Kicker, feel what you've been missing. Go to thebuttkicker.com and get yourself a fantastic setup for your sim rig. That's going to be a ton of fun. Also, big special thank you to Speed Demon Setups. You see them right there. There are links in the description on Facebook if you're out there on Facebook and YouTube. Justin, what's going on? What is the name of the league? Going to try and join it. This is the National Sim Racing League. They are in their 18th week. 18th week, I do believe that is what I'm seeing on their schedule. I don't know that they're recruiting, but I know that they're going to have a second season coming up here pretty soon, or another season coming up here very, very soon. If I look at their schedule, they've got quite a few races left, but make sure you check them out. Next Gen Series action, absolutely amazing. Tyler Rush so far fastest on the racetrack right now as they still continue qualifying. They're waiting for track. I would sit here and wait for the track session to be exactly what they are, exactly the right kind of circumstances for me. Affordable SEO and marketing. One of the sponsors here as well. There's a link in the description for those fine folks over there. But I do, of course, have all that information pulled up. Top rated Syracuse SEO. You want to go to SyracuseNYSEO.com. That's going to be the website for it. Affordable SEO and Marketing is a results-driven, full-service digital marketing agency based out of Syracuse, New York area that works with small businesses from all over the country. Make sure that you go and give them a call. Area code 315-753-8000. That's going to be the phone number for them. Or you can go mark at SyracuseNYSEO.com. That's going to be what it is, man. I tell you what, it's going to be fun. They're going to finish up qualifying here. And we're going to see some interesting lane choices here, some drive lines here. Nashville Super Speedway is an absolute dream of a track for being able to have the tire management that you would think. Long run speed's going to be absolutely fantastic, but the drive off from the corner, hard to pass, and just a ton of fun. Oh, there it is. This was the driver right here. He's going to lay down. It's Mark right there, the guy who brought me over. His name is Mark Sikosi. He's going to be laying down his first lap. He got his hot lap underway. We're going to take a look. 2 minutes, 22 seconds left in qualifying. Let's take a look at the race information. And, of course, we will always talk about the sponsors throughout the race. Make sure you follow us on our socials out there. Right now at qualifying, the track temperature, 90 degrees. That's a 1.3-mile length track. They're going to run 188 laps. Stages are going to be at 45.90, and then it's going to top it all off at the very end, 188. Six sets of tires for the race today. And I do believe they're running some open setups, so it's going to be interesting to see what they're going to be able to do. The cloudy skies will play a factor as the sun sets. But once the sun goes down, it's going to be absolute Grilling. Elevated Outdoors is a Facebook link. Go follow that Facebook page for me out there in the Facebook and the YouTube descriptions. They could use your follow. Absolutely cool to see the content that they had. I was scrolling through their Facebook page right before the race, kind of just getting myself familiar with what they've got going on there. So I gave a big old like, and there it is. We're gonna have fun. Appreciate everybody out there tuning in. Harvey, how you doing, brother? Good to see you as well. Thank you for all the new likes, all the follows out there. Make sure you share the streams wherever you can. They're gonna get this last 60 seconds underway. I'm gonna take a drink of my go-go juice, aka my coffee, because we don't give a sip, right? That's what my coffee cup says, at least. We're gonna get ready to go racing here as you're watching the number 12 here roll through and try to put that in. That's Joshua Susi right there. So we're gonna lamp he puts down. Fourth in line at the moment. 37 seconds left. Gotta hustle. Good fun, good run. What kind of lap did he put down this time? All the way to the top, 29.50 with 8 seconds to spare. Look at that. There's your pole sitter right there, folks. Alrighty, let's get a look at this starting grid here real quick as these drivers start to load in. Josh in the number 12. Well, there he is. He's going to be the second or the fastest driver out there, and then of course Sikosi in the number 8 is going to be your outside pole sitter here. Tyler Rush and company. The number 27 is going to be the inside row number 2 with Josh Aaron loading in right behind him, and the number 77. James Miller, Brian Pressler, that's going to make up row number 3. Dylan Clark and Brian Wiggins in that number 1 machine. That'll make up row number 4. Brig Swope, I do believe that's how you say his name. I'm trying to make sure that we say it correctly. He's going to be your 9th position there with Daniel Menzies into number 25. He's going to be there in row number 5. Tyler Isley and Justin Diltz, that'll make up row number 6. As we move down that starting grid, there's going to be Alan Crowell and Jimmy Barr. That'll make up row number 7. Tom Pera, Kayla McCarthy's going to be out there as well. Ryan Broderick and Johnny Taylor will make up the 18th driver here. We're going to have a ton of fun. Hopefully you enjoy it. If you do enjoy it, make sure you give it a like and follow out there. These drivers are ready to go. I'm ready to go. Hopefully you're ready to go. We're going to go green flag racing. That's exactly what we're going to do. Tire wear, a big factor here, folks. That's going to be the ultimate spot. Where can they find all of that extra ground? Where can are they going to let the tires get warmed up before they try to push the boundaries here? We know that the new setups with iRacing and also how NASCAR has pulled the formula for these new tires that they're using for the next gen series vehicles. They definitely have a couple of laps where you need to build the pressure up. So they're getting that right with these single lug tire sets. I'm excited to see how the tire pressure is going to hold up, how fast these cars are going to be. And remember that if you need a setup for these cars, Speed Demon Setups is where you're going to be looking for that. Pace car is going to bring him out of 4. In he goes. Barney, high above the stands, Nashville Speedway. Green flag. There they go. They are off like a prom dress and ready to rock and roll. Nashville isn't just country music. Isn't just for country music. They are rocking 12. Great drive off onto 2 as the 8 looks like he is going to be right there. Sikosi tried to go to the inside, trying to make sure that he makes that line his own early on. And utilizing a side-by-side run here. The 12's going to fall right back in line. Draft dependent these cars are as they get high above the stands. 2 wide back there in 7th. Looks like the number 1 is making some moves as well. There's Wiggins right there trying to hold the inside line. Keep that 25 at bay. 25 right behind Menzies trying to hold on to the bottom lane. Inside-outside moves already early on to 34. Of Clark holding a midline right there. He's going to let that Hendrick Motorsports Chevrolet there to the inside. Dylan Clark right there on the high line. He's going to make some moves. 25 in. That's Daniel Menzies' fastest lap of the race. Josh Aaron 77 wants a 29.70 on his last lap. Does look like they are going to have, somebody went off track, but I think that was during pace lap. 77 having one of the fastest laps right there. He's going to have the 27 rush right there. This is a battle for 4th going on as Sikosi, the number 8, leads here at Nashville. The 12 right behind him, coming across the front stripe, complete lap number 4. Yeah, Harvey, that's usually one of my catchphrases that I used to use, but you try to make sure that you do it right. Josh Aaron still running the fastest laps of the race, 29.58. Tyler Rush second fast by 1/1000th of a second. So these two trying to work together as they complete lap number 4. Daniel still having a decent drive off, but they've got a ton of company around them. Does look like the 17 of Tyler Isley is going to have a run right here. He's going to clear the number 37 and put himself a little bit more little in and out there. Apologies about that. He was in and out. He's back in the mix. The 5 is actually the 1, so keep that in mind because the actual 5 is Mr. Broderick right back here. He is holding on. He's got a Larson paint scheme as well going for him. Jimmy Barr, the number 81. He is in 16th, trying to make it work, trying to make it stick. He's catching right back up to the 16 of Para right there. Tom in that Toyota running decent laps. I think he's trying to let his car come to him. 29.99 was his last lap this time by. Runs a 30.11. Kayla McCarthy. Kayla just ran the fastest lap of the race. 29.57 for that driver right there. So now they're trying to really push where they need to be. The 24 was a good run. And is up 2 spots already. Biggest mover of the race so far. That's going to be Tyler Isley, the number 17. Right there behind Wiggins, he is Tyler pushing the envelope to the outside. Is going to be midline to low line. Now, there's a couple of different lanes that you can run here in this track early on, and I do know that in the overall tire wear of this track, the more that you push the bottom, the more that that right front wears. This concrete track really has put a lot of effort. They put a lot of effort into this concrete track where they have definitely made drastic improvements. Sikosi out front as the number 8 leads here, 0.4 of a second over the number 12 of Susie here. Running the new numbers. I like how the numbers. Now, this is I say controversial. It's not really controversial. A lot of folks like to. Caution's going to come out. Looks like Tyler Isley involved here, and Dylan Clark, Tom involved as well. We'll go back and take a look at it. National Sim Racing. National Sim Racing League here, and digging what they're laying down. Here's what happened. 17 was there to the outside. The 1 was there as well. Let's see what happens here. I think maybe the 1 got up into him a little bit there. Ooh, and then he got out of it. And the next thing you know, 34's around. Ooh, 16 trying to slow down. Just barely clipped. 17 getting the most out of that one. Man, oh man. He was the biggest mover of the race. Now there's no front clip. Looks like a modified. That is the 2022 modified right there, folks. we're going to have to do something about what's going on with my live button here, folks. Apologies about that. Give me 2 shakes of lamb's tail, and I'll be right back with you. We are having to, something's going on. So SDK just had an update today, and we're just kind of having to do this by hand. So I apologize about the issues here. Here we are. Now we're going to be here. All right, one more time. Give me a follow on Twitch. We're going to take this thing live. Played him like a pinball. I agree. It did happen. It did happen. It's awful, but it did happen. There it is. Thank you for following us out there on all the platforms. SDK did have an update today, and looks like I'm going to have to go back in on the back end and code some stuff to make that work again. It has happened in the past where I've had to fix that same issue whenever they have a new update. So it all happens. Drivers came to pit road. Well, that's going to be Briggs Swope. He came to pit road. Alan Crowell came to pit road as well. Tyler went in. He got himself a brand new car. I do believe Fast Repair is in the works for these drivers. So they do have that. There's the number 25 of Menzies. The racing was great. They were making moves. He bounced all over the place. I don't know if they're accustomed to it, but we're going to give it to him. 17 gets the helicopter award today. Only because he went flying. He was all over the place. That's what I saw. All right. Reminder that 45 is when the stage ends, and that's when we're going to start seeing where that next pit strategy is going to work out. I'm excited to see the last 98 laps whenever they get that rolling, because they're going to have to pit in there at some point. Crazy to see what can be made of having a good driving vehicle here. I've watched the official races go 60, 65 laps here on fuel, so we'll see what they're going to be able to do with it. Picosi, Susie, Aaron Rush, Miller, Pressler. That's going to be your front 3 rows as the pace car is going to dive off into pit road. And we're going to go back to it here. First caution happens. Little drift up. That's what caused it. Green flag's going to wave here. Green once again. 8 down below the apron. Gets onto the asphalt there. Gets himself in line to be able to make this turn into the corner. Sikosi doing a pretty darn good job here of making that line his own. Some drivers came in, took a little bit of fuel, a little splash of fuel. Some drivers came in, took tires. We're going to see how that's going to play out for the stage end here. There's the 77 up another spot here. Josh Aaron up 2 from the start of the race, started 4th, and right now has a whole lot of rear view mirror for the number 12, who was off 2, started on the pole. He's made it work. Mark Sikosi, he can only leave one spot, and that's the spot that he's been leading. He's been leading since lap 2, and it's been one heck of a lead so far. 877, 12, 27, 67 to the 24. That is going to be your top 6 drivers. Not much has changed since the race start, other than one thing. The biggest leader of the race is going to be number 24, as McCarthy drives into the corner. Has a great line right here. Hannah McCarthy, 31.78 on the iRating. Very, very fast. And is starting to prove it over the long haul. Last lap, 29.69. Brian Pressler just ran his fastest lap of the race. Number 67 up a spot. And he's done a pretty darn decent job at it. Rogers Esso, I think is what that says. Number 67, well, he's only up one spot. But he did run his fastest lap, 29.81 for his last lap. Sorry, 29.78 was his last lap. This next one coming up, I think, might be tracking for maybe faster. We'll see what happens here. A little check up in front of him. That'll be the 27 of Tyler Rush here. Catch back up with Isley, see how he has rebounded since the restart of the race. The number 17 passed about 3 drivers from the start of the race into when that caution came out. And then now it's only at 1 position from the restart, so he has been able to make some things work. There's the 81 of Jimmy Barr up 3, has the 5 of Ryan Broderick behind him. Broderick to the inside, 5, 81 side-by-side battle on the exit of 4 as they continue to move forward. Good little run for him, 18 of 188 as they carry into 1 and 2. Sikosi doing a decent job. And right now, the 77, we talked about how this track is going to play to strategy. Well, right now, strategy is just hold him at bay. He had a 0.4 of a second, almost a half-second lead at that caution. So we'll see if he's going to be able to carry that forward. Right behind him, though, the 12 trying to put the bumper where it needs to be so that he has the drive off the corner. There's the 77 making moves. We'll run right along on the nose camera here of the number 12 inside. Making the pass. Is he going to have enough momentum? I think he's going to have to keep that as low as he can. He's going to have the drive off. I don't know that he's going to have it clear yet as they battle into 1 and 2. 77 might have to give up the lane, or he's going to lose a bunch more spots because the 27 is going to be right there all over the back bumper of the 12. 12 clears. 12 into 3, trying to catch back up to Sikosi up there. The number 8 starting to walk away a little bit here as they battle side by side, and now back up to speed. A little bit free right there for the 24. Kayla collecting herself and making it work. Good little drive off. Fast in. Fast out. That's exactly where you need to be. 8, 12, 27, 67, 24 for the drivers as they continue to move forward. Progress is being made. Speaking about progress, you want to make progress in your small business, or maybe you've got a large business. Either way, SEO marketing is going to be the way to be. Top-rated Syracuse, New York SEO SEO and marketing firm. You want to get a hold of them. SyracuseNYSEO.com or area code 315-753-8000 is going to be there. You can find them on Facebook as well. Affordable SEO and marketing, your solution for digital marketing. Get that website taken care of. It's exactly what you need to do. If you've got a website out there, the best way to get traffic is to force it in front of people's faces, and these guys know how to do it. They've got a link on there. You can actually click for a free estimate. Go and check that out. Sikosi out front. Been caught now. He had a 0.7 of a second lead. Now it's down to 12 tenths. Or, I'm sorry, a tenth, 12 tenths. Down to a 10. And they're about to be bumper to bumper here. So 12 tries to make lines for himself here. 8, 12, 27, 67, 24. That's going to be your top 5. Dilts up a few spots too. 23 having a decent day. Look at the drive of the 23. Good run down the backstretch for the 23. You see the campers here, Nashville Super Speedway. Turn 3 and 4. Really nice. This is a great camera angle. It gets to show you exactly what people are doing to make the line and make that line kind of run their own. Battle for the lead starting to heat up. Does look like that is starting to have some fruition. The 12 was right there to the back bumper. It did look like he was less than a tenth away, so he was riding the back bumper, trying to lift that rear end off the ground. If you upset the balance of these cars in the rear end, they like to get really free, and that's something I've noticed just from driving them myself. So that's my intuition when it comes to how they're going to be able to make this independent rear suspension work for the next gen series. About 20 laps away from stage break is Sikosi. He's got somebody hot on his tail. 8:12.67. Pressler, he's up 3. Brian trying to hold on here. 12 to the inside, battle for the lead. Looks like Tyler Rush down into the grass here. Josh trying to clear the 8 here. Tyler Rush able to get himself back up in the track. Everybody going up here nice and cleared. Lot going on there. 12-8. Now an opportunity for the 8 to kind of see where the 12 is at. Sikosi had a good run there. Susie's in there making his line stick very nicely. Patience is key. And one of the drivers with fresh tires, the number 25, is one of the fastest drivers on the racetrack. 30.26 the last time by. Fall off right now for the front 2, roughly about a second, maybe a second and a tenth. That's what we're seeing out of the tires here as they continue to move forward. Dylan Clark off 3, the 10th place car, the 34, trying to rebound from where he was at before. Restart of the race has not been too kind, but stage break coming up, a chance to make adjustments on the cars and to get in and get some fresh tires. So a splash of that virtual Sunoco fuel. Looking at the Facebook page for one of the sponsors here, that's going to be Elevated Outdoors. They are in Pennsylvania. It's a small business from Center County, Pennsylvania, looking to spread the love of the outdoors through sharing products, knowledge, and experience. Make sure that you check out that page. Go give them a like. And they have a Facebook group, too. It's called Pennsylvania Outdoors. Absolutely killer. Go check them out. Go find out what they're doing. They're putting a lot of information out there about not only the hunting season, but I bet they've got a lot of things in Pennsylvania that you can get out there and find to do. So, I mean, it's a great resource if you're traveling. Sometimes it's great to just see the local folks do what they got to do. Dan Phelps, thank you for the like. Harvey gave me a like as well. Appreciate you very much. Thank you to everybody out there who has followed as well. Texas_Toast. Oh, Texas Toast, what's up, brother? Thank you for following. All you out there. Degenerate Diver followed as well. Uncle Chop Chop gave me a follow. Thank you very much. Appreciate you and all that you do. 34 right there with the 77 and the 17. Nicely 4 seconds off the race lead right now. And that's who you're following. Nicely trying to get to the inside of the 77. Aaron making things work. Agonized Dad on Twitch. There he is, the Agonized Dad, trying to get right back where he's at. 2 spots is the gain. He was up there in third for a little bit now, or sorry, in second there for a little bit. Caution's going to come out here as we're going to see what happened here. 8 kind of fell off there quite a bit. 33 of 188 for the drivers here. Something happened. I don't know what happened. Caution came out. Kind of scared to even go find it. The number 12, Josh is having a decent day. He was fastest in qualifying and then worked his way back to the lead, got himself back around the number 8 car. And this might work in their advantage. Daniel Menzies is up to third now. Don't have anything for incident there, so I don't quite know what happened. I think it might have been a self-spin. Looking to see, going through. Everybody coming to pit road. That's a real deal. all locking it up. So that's the way that pit road's going to look. And where they're going to be. So here's a look at pit road exit. Pause for the cause. Time to hydrate. And I will be right back with you. Well, according to Race Control, and Chris Lynn, thank you very much for being out there doing what you're doing. You gotta have Race Control. Without Race Control, you can find yourself in a pickle. What happened was Menzies, he was getting the EOL right now. It's going to go straight to the back there. He got into the corner. iRacing threw the caution, but the drivers had saved it. So an EOL coming to the 25. Got into the 8, brought out the caution. The 8 is going to be there in second. That's what happened. Things happen. It's racing. Way it goes. Good thing there's a race controller right below me. If I have any questions, that's where I'm going. Because sometimes we just don't get to see it. And we were following along with a couple of drivers that are having a good battle back here. So racing's been good. 9-lap shootout all the way to stage break. And I'm going to bring it around here. 12, 8, 77, 67, 34, 23. As they're going to make this work. Pace cars in. 12 gets the jump. He went. He is gone. He is gone like fruit flies on a banana. 12, 8, 67. Pressler having a good run to the inside. Susie leads that 3/4 of a second gap right there. 67 to the inside, 77 right there with him. Aaron super fast early on tires. Maybe the setup, that's the way it's designed. 17 of Isley right there as well. Into 3 and 4. The exit for Mark is going to be a little bit better. We know that Mark can be really fast early, and maybe that's the strategy for him here. Ficosi having a good run. The number 8 car right there in the mix, but Josh really fast. He's so fast it hurts my eyes. Brian Pressler, the 67, picks up third. It's going to pick up the tail end draft on the backstretch of the number 8 car. Tyler Isley right behind. There's the FVP. Casey's General Store. A Chevy Camaro. 2022 is going to be a great season. Now, NASCAR does only have a couple of things. Hey, Clark Savage, thank you for the follow out there. Appreciate you very much. NASCAR only has about a month to finalize their cars and what they need to do. So hopefully they're going to be able to do that. 77, 17, making it work, making it stick. McCarthy, biggest mover of the race, has done just that, moved into position where she needs to be. Kayla having a phenomenal day. Mixed her name. Oh, Clark, 1981. Appreciate, 2 follows. I bet, is that 2 people? You're awesome. Appreciate you very much. Dilt's the 23 in the mix. Right behind, trying to find some room. The one of Wiggins there as well. That is the Kyle Larson paint scheme behind. Running the 5 on it, but is the one in the relative. So good to see, good to see. There is the number 12. Leading. Nicosi picking up speed. Susie having a decent day. Now has a lot of rear view mirror. We watched the 8 on equal tires work his way around the 12. in the very beginning of the race. We might see that again. Once you get that jump, you kind of have to, bide your time and just wait. 12.867. Oh, somebody getting into McCarthy going back here. Something happened to Kayla. Did she get in the wall? No, it didn't get in the wall. Dropped back about 4 spots very, very quickly. Now has the 23 to the inside. So McCarthy trying to make that outside line work. 23 trying to make ground on the inside. Good battles going on all over the racetrack here as they try to make lap 42 stick. Fastest lap of the race ran by the 12. His fastest lap of the race just ran. And right now, you'll see, trying to outpace as well. So this time by yellow caution's going to come out 43. That will be stage break. Looks like Dilt's involved. As we will take a look here at what happened. 23 must have gotten free off the corner, and then iRacing does that. Good save from the 23. Kind of want to back that up a little bit, though. Let's back that up. We're going to see what happened here. Maybe just he did. He hit the bottom apron. So Justin Dilt's getting down there to and this is part of what you see. You touch that dark asphalt right there. It slows you up. You get back on the gas. You get free. He tried to keep it down low, and then there it is. That's exactly what happened. Great accident avoidance by all the drivers right there. Nice job from the 23 trying to save it. And that'll take us all the way to stage break. It's going to be interesting to see. All right, we have to do this every time this happens. We're going to have to do this this way. It's a real thing. We're going to have to do this way. Advertisement. Thank you for following on Twitch, all the new followers. We are a streaming platform of iRacing broadcasts and pretty much anything that we can get our hands on. We like to do what we do, and I truly enjoy being... Now, Sikosi was in the lead whenever the caution came out. He had crossed the stripe on the inside, was taking turn 1, so that's when the caution came out. Sikosi was your race leader, but... Josh really battling back. I think Josh is going to have that strategy on the long run. Brian Wiggins coming to pit road. Looks like stage end is going to end as it is. There's the 8, the 12, the 67, 77, 17, 24, 27, 34, 5, and the 25. That'll be your top 10 at stage break. Sikosi, of course, your race or your stage 1 winner right there. It's been good racing. It's been good racing. Nothing to complain about. Nothing to. Sometimes you never know. It could you get into a race and these next gen cars have been challenging and good to learn. And I tell you what, this racing has been pretty phenomenal. I'm liking it. Had 2 great days of racing, and actually. There's not a day that goes by that I don't enjoy the iRacing broadcasts. You can tune in starting here in a few weeks, we're going to be broadcasting pretty much 7 days a week or pretty close to it. Let's see. We've got broadcast Saturday night. That's going to be in our Cup Series. Sunday back with the Kickin' Asphalt Truck Series. Championship race for the IVRL Pinkett Ford Truck Series on Monday. And which we picked him up for a second season. Back at it next Tuesday. Was the NECRL. That's going to be fun. We're just picking it up. And then big reminder that the NSRL the National Sim Racing League, they do have a Facebook group, so you got to go find them, check them out, and if you want to stay up to date with all the broadcasts as well. Green flag's going to wave once again. We're back at it. As Sikosi, he doesn't jump. He didn't jump very much there. I mean, he did kind of get out there right when the restart zone was at it, but the 12 got a huge run there on the backstretch. Yes, sir, Mr. Ivy. Yes, Harvey, I did. Yes, sir, sure did. Well, that's what I was told, at least. That's what McKinney was talking to me about it yesterday, actually. And then I think we made the announcement last night on the live stream. Yeah, it was last night. 77 of Aaron. That's a 24 McCarthy. 77. I'm impressed with the 1777 to 24. These little 3-packs right here have been really driving the tail off of these. Look at this, 3 wide. Are they going to go 3 wide? They might go 3 wide. Send it. 77. Nose of the 24 right there on that rear bumper. They're going to make that pass on the 67 as Pressler just going to fall in line here. Do a decent job. The 5 of Broderick up there as well inside the top 10. The battle for the lead. It's not quite there yet. Let's ride on board with, you know what? We're going to ride on board with Brian. That's a real thing. We're going to do a cockpit view. Brian Pressler. It looks like Mark is trying to break up the line. You follow this line in. 5th gear. Very, very high in 5th gear here. As you see in the rearview mirror right there, Broderick trying to find that line. Brian's running a pretty traditional line here. Doing a great job, but he's going to have somebody to the inside here. Not quite going to get there. There he is. Look at that drive off. Very nice. Very, very nice. I like the drive off here. This was a fun track. I watched it, or I raced it a couple of times when we were here. I think it was a week or two ago in the truck opens, and I really like that. I'm a big fan of the truck series. Harvey, you going to run the trucks? That's awesome, brother. Make sure that you get out there and do that. Caleb McCarthy is up 11 positions and still marching forward. Dig it. Ryan Broderick up 10. Trying to match pace. Tyler Isley up 8. Battle with Dylan Clark back here. Briggs, Swope, and Clark. Now they're 3 wide. There's the 1 right there as well. Wiggins trying to find a lane here. The 34 of Clark right there. Rush to the outside. Tyler Rush up here. Drive it to the inside, trying to get around the number 5. Whoa, getting into each other a little bit there. 27 kind of bounced off the 5 there a little bit. Good little run going on, though. 53 of 188. They're going to be taking stage 2 break at 90. As we've had 3 cautions so far. All of them for incident, but 1 happened to come right at stage break. So we're going to go all the way to 90 as these drivers really are trying to hustle here. And they're close. Isley inside the 77. Aaron trying to make the outside line work. Aaron made passes earlier on the outside lane, so don't count him out. But the 17 looks like he's going to pull a slide job here. Crispy little slide job there. I like it. Sikosi out front by 0.4 of a second. This is about where he was at when the last caution came out, or that first caution came out, and he had about a 0.4 of a second lead. But the 12, who's able to drive this track kind of wherever he wants it, closes the gap on a little bit older tires. Everybody came to pit road around lap 34. So I'm assuming that they're going to be able to make with the caution that happened on 43. They gave them 5 laps of kind of just chilling out, relaxing. They might be able to make it all the way to 90. We'll see. we'll definitely see what kind of pit strategy they're going to be able to make here, as 56 becomes a good friend to the 8 and the 12, who are starting to extend that lead. Isley, McCarthy, they've kind of separated themselves as well. They've gotten themselves in third and fourth. The 24 having a good drive off, trying to close the distance here to the 8. And battle for the lead starting to heat up as well, as the 12 utilizes that inside line a little bit better than the 8 and is able to turn down into that corner. McCarthy really holding on. Josh Aaron off one from the start of the race in 77, trying to make it stick midline for him. Brian Pressler tries to get himself back in the mix as well. In sixth, he is rolling. Very good. Very, very good racing so far. Very intense racing as well. Tyler Rush, he's off four, started third. The 27 trying to work his way back to the front as well. Kind of digging that car. Kind of digging it. Brigg in the number 7, right behind the 25 of Menzies. Caution's going to come out here. Dylan Clark involved. It's like the 34 off track right there. Go back and take a look here. 34. Oh, got that apron right there. Oh, he and the 18 together. That's James Miller there. 34 going around. One more time here. We're going to do that from the far chase view here. 34 is a little bit free, so the 18 goes high, has a run there. And, looks like the 18 came down into the 34 a little bit there. Oof. That's a little bit rough. And oh man. All right. We're going to You know what we're going to do? We are going to you know what I don't have on? I don't have the chat on there for you folks. Oh, that's the wrong one. There it is. Chat. How about the chat? There you go. All right, we're going to take it back to live. Of course, in all ways, make sure that you give me a follow on Facebook, facebook.com, /Signature Esports. Thank you very much. If you're out there watching on all the new platforms, thank you so much for doing so. Thank you for joining me in this race. These drivers have been pretty stinking awesome. 34 looks like he might have. I think he might have to come to pit. Did he come to pit road? It looks like he did come to pit road. We're going to have a few drivers that came to pit road. The 5 is not. Justin Diltz is not as well. And it looks like Dylan Clark is not coming to pit road either. But Josh did. 17 of Tyler Isley did. Miller had to stop back here. I think he was getting out of pit road there. And kind of got kicked around there a little bit. All good. Looks like Diltz and Clark and Sikosi's going to come in. Again, something going on there. Ryan Broderick, he's going to be your race leader, 61 of 188. Five, 12, 17. And Broderick is he's going to elect the high line here on the restart. And I don't blame him. He might be swallowed up here a little bit. Dylan Clark off of pit road. Justin Diltz off of pit road as well. They're going to come back around and catch back up into the field. Lights are off on the pace car. We're going to go back to it. Now, kind of changes up the strategy here. Everybody in on pit road on lap 59 puts them. We know that they're going to be very good to get themselves back to the 90, to lap 90 for the stage 2 end. 5-12, side by side. Broderick, the most spots. He's got fresh tires around him. Green flag. 5 gets a good jump there. It's going to have the outside lane here. The 12 is going to be in the mix. 5 comes down into the corner, clears, and drives off. 24 to the outside of the 12 here. That's a good battle going on as Kayla McCarthy and the 17 there as well. Josh having the drive of his life right here at Nashville. Has really enjoyed the drive into the corner. It does look like he's going to make the pass to the inside across the stripe. He's going to take over the lead. McCarthy kind of stuck right there behind Broderick. Going to drive down into the corner. And Broderick's going to kind of fall back. That's going to happen. Those new tires going to swallow him up easy. Wiggins up. Back up 2 spots. There is the number 1. Restarted 8th and now is up to 6th here. 27 of Tyler Rush to the outside, almost 3 wide there as the 1 trying to push boundaries here, get himself around the racetrack and around some of this traffic. Drives straight into the corner, almost drifts up the racetrack right there. We watched that happen earlier, and you don't want to see that. So the 5 of Broderick right here falling back. Old tires, new tires, everything kind of working. 12 out front, Isley making good moves here as well. Isley he has a good car. There's nothing wrong with that Chevy. He has a good car. He's had a great drive here. But Josh he has that speed. I think Josh has the long run speed. Justin Diltz had to leave pit road. I think did he have to come in and serve a penalty or something happened there? Not quite sure. Here's what's going on in the back of the field. There's Swope. The 16 of Tom Parra there. Toyota's trying to roll. There's the 34 of Dylan Clark trying to keep himself out of any kind of situation that was going on. 2 and 3 wide is the 5. Now the 5 has caught the tail end of the field. Alan Crowell there, the number 54, driving the Rowdy machine. That Toyota trying to go high, trying to keep himself out of the mix. The 5 right there as the 54, I think he almost scraped the wall there. There's a good drive off from Alan here. He just can't get down to get around the 5 of Broderick, who's in 13th. A lot of time being lost on the field. Josh Aaron just ran the fastest lap of the race, 29.48. He's right behind the 18 of Miller. James Miller driving the interstate battery, kind of throwback to, whoa, free off the corner. Man, look how loose that was. He came screaming off that corner like it was his own. 77 down low, trying to pass for 7th. Sikosi here, the number 8, just ran a tying lap for of the 77. So, 2 drivers tied for the fastest lap of the race. The 77 and the 8, they made their adjustments as they come around here. He's going to try to march his way back to the front. Joshua Susi here, he's back out front. 17 of Isley all over the back bumper. Kayla McCarthy in 3rd, having one heck of a drive. Shows the pure talent behind these drivers to be able to navigate this as difficult as this track is. Wiggins to the inside of the 27. Straight line driving again, 27 to the outside. Looks like they're going to be 3 wide on corner exit here as they come around. Woo, Nilly. They're rolling. 5 to the outside, 25 battling 27 here. 27 drops low. 5 trying to go back to the outside. 25, the Menzies there as well. Menzies right to the back quarter panel. Takes the air off the back quarter panel of the 5 here. Let's say the 5, that's the 1. That's Wiggins there. Rush really cleared himself. Does a huge, wonderful job here of making that work. Really making it stick. And right now, these drivers are really killing it. I think that one it's DraftKings. I like it. The DraftKings and his Twitch handle all over the backside of it. Harvey, I think they got it from the same place that the setup shop is. I think that's where they got a Speed Demon. Check Speed Demon out. I think they might have done that one. Not quite sure. It's possible. Wiggins to the inside of the 27, trying to make the pass here as they roll now. The one picking up spots. Looks like Susie falling off pace here. Tyler Isley made the pass, and I missed it. Apologies about there's so much action going across this racetrack. I missed it there. So the 12 falls back to third here as now Tyler Isley is your race leader. Made the pass, and I missed it. McCarthy in second now. I wonder, I'm going to take a look at Josh here. We're going to take a look at his car a little bit close, a little bit more close. I'm going to see if there's any kind of damage to it. He's driving the blacked out paint scheme, so it's kind of hard to see. I don't think he did. I think he is nice and clean. Now, how else we check? Like this. He's good. Looks good. Go back here. Looks good. Might be saving. He might be saving. How do you think about that? All righty, folks. Isley out front, but McCarthy, Kayla's running, man. 74 of 188, and Kayla is putting the bead down on that 27, ready to roll. (17, 24, 12, 177. Pause for the cause. We're going to go along. KP, what's up, brother? Good to see you out there. Mr. Pointer, how are you doing, my friend? How are you doing? Sending me 200 stars as well. You the bomb, brother. Appreciate you very much. KPTV Pointers Motor Supplies. KPTV Pointers Motorsports. Guy's awesome. KPTV 75 on Twitch. Go follow him. He's got a YouTube channel too. He's talking about racing and stuff out there. I saw it. I'm liking stuff out there. You know that I am. Super sweet dude. Speaking of which, most of these drivers, when they get out there and they stream, they have a fantastic day. So make sure you do that. Look at the battle for the lead going on here. 17-24. McCarthy's going to lead that one. And she has really held on to it. The 12, who fell back a little bit there, I think he was trying to save mid-run. Maybe that's it. Maybe there's like a little burp of energy there where the 12 has like 3 laps where it just kind of falls off faster than everybody else, and now he rolls the corners. He's doing a phenomenal job. Back in the mix and is going to try to battle back for the lead. 12 to the back bumper to the 17 here as the battle for third. Kayla McCarthy out front. And like I said, pause for the cause, time to hydrate. I want to kind of ride along with this view right here. Oh, wall scrape. Oh, 18 to the... Oh, man, that was a great view. 18, save it, no caution. He got right to the back quarter panel there and was in the corner just a little bit faster than the 18 and collected him a little bit there. Man, that was perfect timing. You could have asked for a better one. That's for darn sure. Dylan Clark able to make the pass. At least he was able to save it. That's what I saw. So the 18 is going to drive like mayhem and get himself back up there in the mix. Pressler, the 67, right there behind as well. You know that the 25, Daniel Menzies right there. It looks like he just got into the corner a little bit too hot. Josh Aaron out there, the number 77, making it work. Tom Parrott comes to pit road. He's going to pit before the pit cycle here, so the number 16 comes in. Does look like Justin Diltz is going to be 2 laps down, so might possibly looking for a free pass here. McCarthy, 3/4 of a second over the 17. Wiggins working himself around as well. Wiggins has gotten around the 12 of Susie here, and now has really started to apply some pressure. Caleb McCarthy out front. Kicking butt, taking names. That's for darn sure. I'm going to go look at their what they got going on here, because I tell you what, they've really had it out for them. Harvey says the 77's paint is fire. I really like that paint. It's pretty darn good. Let's look at their standings. I want to see where their standings are. You know what I mean? As of yesterday, the number 12 is the points leader, as 680 points. That's 213 bonus points that driver's made. Sikosi in the number 8 is second in points. Tyler Isley third, and your race leader's fourth in points. Josh Aaron fifth. Cal, it's all making a move, man. I tell you what, they've got a pretty good little race going on, especially for stage breaks. Now they're going to all tighten it back up, and they're going to make it work. Tyler Rush off track. Take a look. He drives through the grass. That happened before. That happened to him earlier on. I wonder if it's about that same lap time that happens. Tyler Rush back to 9th now. Went off track. Francis Calvin, what are you doing, brother? Yeah, yo, how are you doing? I wasn't supposed to be broadcasting tonight. I was going to join you for some fun, but these guys reached out and said, hey, can you broadcast for me? And I said, yep, can do that. How you doing, Mr. Calvin? You guys haven't done so, you need to follow him. We're gonna make a Facebook group that's gonna be the ODBs that suck really bad at Warzone. It's awesome. I like them. They're a good little group. 18th. This is week 18 for them, I do believe, in the series, and they're really working it. Having a really good day, man. They're having a really good day. I'm going to move the chat down so that way we can put it where the logos aren't in the way. Speaking of sponsors for the race, we're getting ready to go to stage break. We'll talk about sponsors during that. McCarthy's killing it. She is having one heck of a drive off here, and a good day for him, that is for sure. Isley, Wiggins, Susie, Menzies, that's all. Oh, she is. She's killing it. She's up 15 spots. She started 16th. And she passed some people. I think she's got the strategy. And I don't count out the 12. The pole sitter here, driving around this racetrack, off a couple of spots from the restart of the race. I think he had to drive a little harder than what he wanted to. And fastest driver on the racetrack right now, well, it's going to be the 8 of Mark Sikosi here. 88 of 188. We're about to hit stage break here as lap 89 is being completed. They're going to complete lap 89. Menzies off track a little bit there. Something happened. Oh yeah, she's kicking butt and taking names. That's for darn sure. McCarthy, 2.8 seconds, 2.9. Lap 90 being completed here. Now they got to go all the way back around. That's normally how the stage is in. So we'll see McCarthy come around, complete lap 90. And Isley in second. I think the biggest battle that we see going on, Menzies and Sikosi here. Going to have that closest battle, but mostly single file racing so far. 24 dominating stage 2. Going to come around and win stage 2. Phenomenal job from McCarthy. It'd be McCarthy, Isley, Wiggins, Susie here. Caution's going to be thrown for that stage win. McCarthy, Isley, Wiggins, Susie, Pressler, Clark, Aaron, Menzies, Sikosi, and Rush. That'll be your top 10. Kayla McCarthy getting her stage win of the season, of this race. Mark Sikosi was your stage 1 winner. Good little drive off. Man, that was fun. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. How was everybody's day going on out there? I tell you what, this has been some good racing. That's for darn sure. Keep the chats going. I like seeing the chats. I like seeing what you folks put out there and what you do, and it's insane. It's insane to see. Insane to see. All right, while they come to pit road, we're gonna have a little chit chat about kind of the people that help put this league on. National Sim Racing League. You can go to nationalsimracing.com. That's going to be the website. If you're interested in these leagues, or you're interested in what they do, make sure you go check them out. nationalsimracing.com, and they've got a great name for that one right there. That's for darn sure. Pit road exit for you. See who's going to win that race off of pit road. Butt Kicker. Go to thebuttkicker.com or use the link in the Facebook or the YouTube description, because I'm pretty sure it benefits the guys here in the league. So if that's the case, please use that one. Enter code HOLIDAY15 at checkout. Get 15% during the Butt Kicker holiday sales. Again, that is thebuttkicker.com. Feel what you've been missing. Butt Kicker haptics are absolutely incredible. Elevated Outdoors has a Facebook page. They are a small business from Center County, Pennsylvania, looking to spread the love of the outdoors through sharing products, knowledge, and experience. Check them out on Facebook and or you can give them a call, 814-404-4674. That is going to be their phone number. Top rated Syracuse SEO and marketing is going to be SyracuseNYSEO.com. You got to go and check them out for all of your SEO and marketing needs on your website. You need to go get a free estimate from them. Affordable SEO and marketing is located, of course, in Syracuse, New York, but also by giving them a call, 315-753 8,000. That's going to be, you can find them on Facebook as well. And Speed Demon Setups. If you need a setup for your next iRacing race, well, look no further than Speed Demon Setups. They have a paint shop, they have broadcasting options, setup passes. They just kind of got it all. Custom setups for your leagues. Go give them a hey yo, speeddemonsetups.com, and make sure you use the link in the description to help this league out. Man, Ryan, what's going on, brother? How are you doing? I'm doing it. These guys are having one heck of a race. I see these guys and gals, these drivers are having one heck of a race, because Kayla McCarthy won stage 2 and is ready to go. 4 cautions for incident, 1 for the stage break, and that was, I think that was the longest run that they have had. They've had about 10 or 12 lap run in, and then they had a caution, and that right there that's a testament to what they're doing. McCarthy wins the race off pit road. Susie's going to be second here. Wiggins, Isley, Pressler. That is going to be your top 5 as they're going to go back to double file. Pause for the cause for a hydrate. We'll be right back with you. Brian is out there giving us some love. Thank you for the like out there. Brian Rinker, my man, my number 1 top fan out there. I've got 2 top fans that we see, Brian Rinker and, of course, Mr. KP. He's also one of those top fans out there. It's been with me you guys have been with me for a minute. You have to check your follower age. That's insane. Anyhow, anyway. 24 is going to elect the outside lane on the restart here. The 12 will be to the inside. Isley and Wiggins there as well. Clark, Pressler, Rush, Miller. They will have to come to pit road at least one time. And no doubt going to try to utilize the advantage of the sets of tires that they have. Most of the drivers have at least 2 sets, if not more, left. 6 sets of tires total. And the 24 on the outside, backing up the corner. Going to wait for the green flag. Going to take it. Green. 17, big shove to the back bumper of the 24, getting around the 12. Trying to defend. And rolling into it, McCarthy's going to lead the midline here. 17 down low. 17 super fast early. Susie, I think the car to beat, if I were to pick a car here, there are 2 that I want to say. Kayla, we watched her drive away from the field there, and might do so again. So watch the 24 here. McCarthy doing a phenomenal job of holding off the 17 at the moment. The 17 might get around the 24 here. They might have made an adjustment on pit road. We might say you don't know what kind of adjustments they've made. Reese, thank you for the like out there. Appreciate you, brother. Mr. Calvin, Texas Calvin himself, doing it some justice. 24, 17, 12. That's going to be your top 3. A couple of drivers have to come back to pit road. Diltz is still going to be a lap down. Got the lucky dog on that caution right there, so finds himself back on the lead lap. Menzies, looks like Menzies into pit road. Maybe a drive-through penalty for the driver. Diltz is going to be there, so Menzies would be your lucky dog. Diltz up to speed and is going to get himself around. Moving and grooving for the drivers. There is Josh Aaron as they try to hold on. 77. I think has the win for the most awesome paint scheme, according to Mr. Harvey Abrams out there. Harvey says he likes that paint scheme. Dylan Clark, the number 34, having better luck so far. Wrapped up in a couple of things earlier. Has done a pretty darn good job of keeping himself inside the top 10. But don't count out Sikosi here. Sikosi trying to work his way back to the front. It led the first. Basically half of the stint of the first stage, a little bit more than that, about 22 laps, I do believe, and for whatever reason came back to pit road and started at the tail end of the field. Something happened there with him, and that's kind of where it was. Looking at the 18th throwback, I know, right? James Miller, the number 18 in 11th here. He's had a good little. He's been competitive all day long as well. James having a little bit of tough luck. Started 5th, is in 11th here. As Jimmy Barr right behind him, who's up 2 spots. Isley, McCarthy, Susie, Wiggins, Aaron, Clark, Pressler, Sikosi, Broderick, and Swope. That's going to be the top 10 at the moment. Fastest lap of the race. Just ran by the 8. I keep saying don't count out that 8. That's the second one that I would be looking at, because that Speed Demon Setups number 8. That's what he just did. 29.45 has bested the field by almost 3/100ths of a second, and now trying to capitalize on that. You know what he's trying for, right? He's trying for a 29.39. That's what he's wanting to see. He wants to see a 29.39 here, and right now 29.45. Brush the 29.48 that he did before. 17 of Isley out front in front of McCarthy. Missed that pass for the lead. McCarthy up 14. Isley up 10. And so the 2 biggest movers of the race try to make more moves. Broderick trying to get himself up there. If Broderick gets himself up to the front and leads here, he'd be. He started 17th. That would be absolutely insane to see him be the biggest mover of the race. Right now, Tyler Isley out front by a quarter second. The 12 of Susie right there as well. Don't count out Kayla McCarthy. She worked her way around this racetrack and passed these drivers on older tires and started pulling away. So the long run, I think, belongs to the 24. And I do think that Susie might be saving something here as well. We will see how green flag pit stops happen, because when the green flag pit stops happen, that's going to be about getting these big, heavy, flat-bottomed cars down pit road on a flatter. There's banking on this track, but it's only like 10 degrees. It's between 8 and 10 degrees. It's not that heavy on the racetrack. So the fact that they're going to have to go from a flatter angle right here down to pit road, and then the exit of pit road. If we watch these drivers carry the way around the front stretch, the exit of pit road is kind of like what it is over at Indianapolis. If you've driven iRacing, you know that you got to take the grass outlet. Well, it turns just the same out of that first turn, and then you get onto the straight. So that's kind of how this looks. 12 right behind McCarthy. We're riding along with it. Let's ride inside the cockpit. We're going to pick a driver here. Let's ride along with. How about Tyler Rush? Let's do that. We're going to pick Tyler Rush, and we're going to go bam. Tyler Rush from Lafayette, Indiana. Utilizing the high line here. Doing a really good job. Right to the back bumper of Broderick here, the number 5 car. He's driving to the outside. That's happening. He's not passing him in his subconscious. He's going, oh, man. No, Dylan Clark involved. 27 trying to check up there. That did happen. The 27 coming back around. We're going to check on Dylan Clark here. 34. The 34 just kind of getting involved in a few things here. And I think I think he's just getting free, and it's right about the same time. Whoa! It whips back around on him. Did somebody hit him? Hold on. Nobody hit him. Nice job. Dylan Clark a little bit free out of the corner. Folks, if you haven't done so, make sure you give me a follow. Appreciate you very much. Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, share it out there. Host the stream. I follow pretty much everybody that follows me. You know, if you want to keep that in your in the back of your mind, you can go for it. Lucky dog. That's going to be Justin Diltz. He's going to be back on the lead lap. An opportunity here for Mr. Diltz as well, because he's going to be able to come to pit road, get those fresh tires, and he's not going to be able to do it until he gets around once again, but he can come in. I know that JTD Gaming, I follow JTD Gaming. So that's going to put Menzies a lap down. He's going to be the next driver. Vampira is 15 laps down. They could have enough cautions to take care of that, but I don't think that he might not get that 15 laps back. We'll see. There's a lot that can happen. Ryan Wiggins, new race leader, number 1 out front. The 8's going to be there. Sikosi is got that lap 92 kind of look on him. He's going to come to pit road. So Wiggins will stay out, and pit road should be closed for him this time by. Sikosi should work. He might work himself to the back of the race and see how it rolls there, folks. If you're enjoying the stream, make sure you give me a like and follow Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. You can join the Discord as well if you want to get involved with gaming and hanging out with me. I have a Discord out there. Just kind of enjoy myself. What I do. Brian Wiggins going to find himself in kind of the same situation that Broderick did. 15 lap fresher tires are going to be behind him, and he's going to have to hold on for dear goodness. Going to hold on to your life. That is for darn sure. .109 of 188. I'd like to do it. Pause for the cause to hydrate. We'll go back green one more lap. look at strategy playing in there. Did you see what they were doing? They were coming in, getting that last little top up on fuel there, and they want to have that fuel advantage. Right now, we're looking at, when we go back to green here, we're going to have 78 laps to go. And Wiggins, McCarthy will be the 1-2 here. Wiggins utilizing the inside lane. McCarthy will be there to the outside. Lights are off on the pace car. It's going to dip in here on turn 4. It'll be the 1, the 24, the 17, the 67, the 54, the 34. That will be your front 3 rows. Pace car's in. Wiggins goes. 24 might be in the wrong gear there. Maybe, I don't know if she expected the 17. Caution's going to be right back out here. Justin Dilt's back in and off track there. There's a restart. Something happened there. Hold on, let's take a look here. Oh, looked like the 18. James Miller involved. Hold on. Here's the start of the race. Look at where the 18 is here. 18. Oh! I think he might have downshifted. Oh, we all know that look too well. Hold on. Hold on. Cockpit. Here we go. Ready? Yep, first gear. Downshifted, car goes around. Man, we have seen that one all. I've done it. We've all done it. Thank you for your patience with seeing my little overlay as many times as you have. I have to get back in and recode this one so that way I can make sure that the timing works out right there. Wiggins still your race leader. McCarthy's going to come into pit road. You know she's going to come in and top off. Rush as well. I wanted to look at that restart and see if McCarthy was in the right gear, but she seemed like she just took off a little slower than she did last time. And it's not that the one of Wiggins jumped too bad or anything like that. It's more on the lines that Wiggins had that he had the 17 with him. 17 kind of cruised, and normally she would be keeping up with the 17 if he jumped like that. So it does happen, you know. I mean, starts restarts. I believe are on the race leader. Super awesome, super cool. Appreciate all the. You know, we try to appreciate all the support with everybody. Man, oh man. Thank you for all the reach out there, all the folks out there doing what you do and just killing it. I appreciate every bit of the support. Butt Kicker, feel what you've been missing. Is one of the sponsors here. Does look like Syracuse NYSEO is going to be your other sponsor. Speed Demon Setups sponsor here. And, of course, Elevated Outdoors. Super awesome. I think, is Wiggins getting an EOL? I think he might be getting an EOL. I think that might be a rule here, folks. So... Can't jump the start of the race or the restarts. You have to go. I tried to review the rules for every league, folks, and some, you know, I'm gonna miss things, and I don't remember what it said, but it looks like he's going to the back of the racetrack and is going to find himself in the back. Sikosi here. Was leaving pit road there, came out of 108. He finished his lap time there. I'm kind of wondering what's going on there. Either way, strategy is what strategy is. We're gonna find what we're doing. We're gonna find out what they're doing here real soon. because it's all going to come down to where the race is going to be here in about 70 or so laps. More so 75 laps or 75 laps, 74 laps. 115 being completed. Under caution, 7th caution of the race. 6th for incident, 1 for stage. And man, oh man. When the racing's going, the racing's good. And it does look like that ouchie was an ouchie. That was Mr. Miller right there that had that downshift problem. It's going to be a lap down. Nothing doing. He's still going to be able to compete out there. Ton of fun. That's exactly right. Isley, Pressler, Clark, Broderick, Barr, Crowell. Got some new names up there inside the top 6. I wouldn't say new because they've been in the hunt. They've just been trying to find their groove, find out where they need to be. Anybody can win this race. It's about consistency in the long haul, and that's exactly what you're going to see. Turn 4, Nashville Super Speedway. Pace car dives in, and we're going to go back at it here. Green flag. Yep, there it is. Green flag waves. Start, restart zone. A little bit confusing here for this racetrack, but they're going to be able to hold on to it. Isley makes it clear here. There's the number 17, 34 right behind, 67 of Pressler right there in the mix as well. Isley came in on 107 as well. Justin Diltz, who came in on 92, got his lap back and is finally back on the lead lap. Didn't come to pit road yet. He's going to hold on to what he has for as long as he can. As you see these drivers battling hard. Broderick in the number 5, up 14. Biggest mover of the race at the moment. Isley up 10 still as the number 17 tries to keep that front pack single file behind him. 34 catching right back up to him as Dylan Clark tries to hold a midline, gets real low, puts his tires right there on the bottom. Now Dylan Clark gets free. I was going to say he gets free out of 4. He's able to hold on to it. So Dylan Clark off the track right there. Gonna have to drive himself back up on the, and that's what we were noticing when he runs the midline to the low there. He gets himself a little bit free, and that's exactly what happened there. I couldn't have called that better than timing is everything. Broderick to second now, Pressler in third. Josh Aaron, Caleb McCarthy has put it on cruise control. Makes it clear. The 81 gets around Jimmy Barr there. Barr having a decent day too, up 8 positions. The number 81 is. It's right along in the cockpit view of the 81. Television time for you. I like it. Jimmy Barr driving a Ford. He is the only Ford in the field as well. Dylan Clark driving a Toyota, number 34, collects his chips again and gets himself back ready to roll here. Alan Crowell driving a Toyota as well, the number 54 behind the 12 of Susie. And it might be Suchi, guys. I might be saying it incorrectly. I don't mean to say anything incorrect. I mean well, I promise. Right along with Jimmy Barr a little bit more. 29.91, his fastest lap of the race, just ran. 29.63 in front of him, though, so maybe a different kind of drive here. Ooh, there's a 7. Swope. Makes me nervous. Briggs Swope to 6th, makes the pass on the inside. Ooh, Jimmy down below the apron there. It's going to check up the racetrack. 27 of Rush is going to drive to the inside of the 81. 12 of Sutsy right there as well. Good battle for the drivers. There's Tyler Rush right behind him. We're watching him earlier whenever the caution came out. Tyler Isley, Raymond, Ohio native. 1 second to the field. Ryan Pressler, the number 67 in second. A full second, trying to close some of that distance down. And right now, 77 of Aaron trying to make a pass on Caleb McCarthy here. McCarthy not making it easy. Restarted there 6th or 7th, and has now done a decent job of trying to work her way back to the front. 1.3 seconds the difference here for the two drivers. And turn 3 and turn 4, long run speed. And Mark Sikosi here battling. He's got a 3-wide battle. 81, then the 12 and the 7. Now they're battling side by side. The 8 trying to get back with the 12 here. 125 of 8, 188 here. The 7, 12, inside outside move. 27 in front of these drivers. This is for 7. This is how intense the battling has been all race long. You gotta tune into these guys' race in the future. And once I get some links for these guys, I will make sure to put them on our Facebook page as well, so that way you guys can keep up on this race and on this action. We have a Wednesday night racing coming up here pretty soon. We got to make sure we take care of Isley, Pressler, McCarthy, Aaron, Broderick here. Man, it's just intense. Just intense. Isley, 1.1 second, the difference. Kayla McCarthy trying to go to the inside of the 67 here. Way down low. Side by side into second for second here. Or into 1 and 2 for second here. Man, I can speak today. 24 makes the pass. 67 right there to the back bumper. It's going to try to force the inside line, but the drive off for the 24 a little bit better. Now watch McCarthy. She was 1.3 seconds back. It's around the 67 there, and is now going to try to start to close the distance. Josh Aaron doing the same thing. The 77 falls back a little bit there to 2.1 seconds, but watch the drive into the corner here. The DraftKings number 77 carries out of the corner very, very smoothly and is able to make it stick. Broderick having better luck here on the older tires. 107 is when he came in. Tyler Rush came in on 112. Topped it up on fuel. So did Susie here. And I do believe Sikosi here is finally got himself around the 81 and the 7. For 8th, these drivers are trying to go back to the front. That's where they want to be. McCarthy in second, closing the distance to Isley. But Tyler Isley having a day for himself. He's out front. $17, 24, 67, 77, 27. There's lots of 7s inside the top 5. Just looking at Broderick and Rush here. Well, they get into each other. 27's going to go around, and what great timing that was. Caution's going to come out. Everybody's going to check up here. And that is all that work that McCarthy was trying to do there. Almost put that at a disadvantage. Tyler Rush. And here's the 5 of Broderick here. The 27's right there. The 5 comes down into the corner here. It almost looks like the 5 pushes up out of the corner, gets into the 27, and the 27 goes around for a third helicopter of the day. And that is where that will be for our awesome driver. 27 having a day for himself. Again, reminder, follow me on Twitch so that way you can get all the great stuff out there, all the gaming that we do, all the iRacing broadcasts, and you might see me, do poorly at other games. Who comes to pit road? Well, pretty much everybody. Pause for the cause. Folks, it's going to be fun. I appreciate everybody. We will see you after this little pace break. I will be right back with you. Pace car leads him around. Kayla McCarthy is going to be your race leader at the moment. She has a great pit stop there. Briggs Swope came to pit road and said, hey, I just want fuel right now. Maybe save a set of tires. A few new followers out there. Thank you to the SRTV network. Subscribing to the channel. Appreciate you very much out there on YouTube. You guys are amazing. Who else gave us had some more stuff happen. More followers, some more stuff, some more integration, all the cool stuff. Thank you very much to everybody out there. You're amazing. Oh, hey. Trying to open something up here. Apparently, I'm trying to open things up on the other side of things. Apologies about that. I was trying to open up a display, so I do apologize about that. That never happens. It's usually always already open. Lights are off on the pace car here, and we're getting ready to go back to it. 24-7, 17, 67, 81. That's going to be your top five. McCarthy, Swope, Isley, Pressler, Bars, Susie. Then Aaron, Diltz, Sikosi here. Crowell, that's going to be your top 10. Wiggins, Clark, Menzies, Rush, Broderick. Back on the lead lap. Everybody on the lead lap except for Miller and Para. Looks like Miller, a lap down, would be your lucky dog here. All the love in the world. Thank you to everybody out there for doing what you do. I appreciate you very much. You're absolutely killer. Pace cars in. 134 of 188. Green is going to go McCarthy. Nice restart for both the 17 and the 24 again. The 7 has a great drive there too. Swope to the outside of the 17, trying to make that high line stick a little bit. We've seen how old tires hold up to new tires, and right now the 81 and the 7 going to try to hold off the field behind them. They came in, I don't know if they took two tires or if they just took fuel, but the timing is showing that they only took fuel. 24 McCarthy way out front. 17 might do the whole I'm going to catch you, pass you, and then if it runs green, look for the 24 to try to get back to the back bumper. 17 trying to run faster laps here. Right now, there's the 7 of Swope. Susie there to the inside, trying to run back to the front as well. The pole sitter trying to get back in line, and is going to make that pass on the 8167 there as well. Pressler was super fast and super aggressive, ran second for quite a long time, and then found himself being passed by a couple of cars there, but has had a decent day. Started 6th, is in 4th. Brian Pressler running hard. Josh Aaron, the 77. Harvey Abrams' favorite paint scheme of the race today. Well, there is the DraftKings 77 trying to hold on. Sikosi, who was running into the back of the pack there for a little while, led the first quarter of the stint of the race. Well, the first quarter of the stint, or first half of the first stage. Let me get back to that real quick. Apologies about that. It was a great race. It was a lot of fun to see. Isley, McCarthy, Susie, Pressler, Aaron, Sikosi, Wiggins, Rush. Let's take a look and see what the cockpit looks like from the number 8 here. Oop, here we are. Apparently that's where that works. 8 drives to the inside. Watch the inside line. Watch how much pressure you can put on that car in front of you. He's going to drive all the way down. Look at that. He's in 4th gear, trying to gain any kind of inside position. The drive off a little bit better for him in 4th gear. '77 just a little bit faster there on the outside lane. Good run for the 2 drivers. National Sim Racing League. Been a ton of fun for everyone. SRTV, I appreciate you. I watch your guys' stuff too. You guys are amazing. Thank you very much. Great broadcast for you guys as well. I get back in and tune in and watch you guys. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you very much for all the great opportunities that you guys present to the community as well. 141 of 188. Isley, McCarthy, Susie Pressler, Sikosi up to 5th now, getting around the 77. Looks like the one of Wiggins is going to be there as well. So the drivers that were leading earlier trying to make themselves known back here again. And running for Josh Aaron, Brian Wiggins side by side. This is the battle for 6th position here as the one tries to clear the inside. 77, just a little bit off pace there, but able to make it stick. Maybe some adjustments for the 8 because he's screaming fast now. Tyler Isley, well, he got around the 24. I talked about that early on, how the 24 has that long run speed. The 17 might catch the 24, and the 24 might try to drive away from the field. But you didn't count on the 12 being there as well. So Susie, we watched Susie have issues early on. Later on in that last run, and the 17 out of the throttle forces the 24 to check up there a little bit. Now the 24 is going to have to carry that speed onto the backstretch once again. Collect your thoughts and run with it, right? That's what I see. There is the number 12. There's the gyro cam. Watch the line out of the turn, how close he gets to the wall here. Up next to it and then back down midline. Doesn't try to get down there to the bottom apron. The 24 trying to find any kind of line around this racetrack. You see that Chevy emblem right there. There's a drive from the 24. Watch the line that the 24 is going to take into the corner. 24 down low. Watch the 12 close the door here on the 17. As they get out of 3 and 4, 24 slide job. 12's going to be there. 24 slows up the 17, says, whoa, you're good. And then the 24 gets into and now down into turn 1. 12 picks up 2nd. 17 falls back to 3rd. And that is what you see. I think the battle here is still on. It's still running its course. 67 of the 8. The battle for 4th and 5th starting to pick up as well. We're going to take a look and see how this is going to how they're going to impact each other. We watched Josh Aaron and Brian Wiggins. These guys were working each other there for a little bit too. And now it seems like they've kind of fallen into place. Diltz and Rush, they're back and forth. There's the 23 of Justin Diltz. JTD Gaming gets himself there to the inside. 27 still trying to make that outside line work, as the 27 he's going to make that outside line work. 23 trying to make some ground here. Isn't there. It's going to force himself. If you drive straight into the corner right there, we've watched these drivers kind of force themselves up the racetrack if they're driving straight into the corner. But that's the battle for the two. There's Sikosi here. He's gotten himself around 67 of Pressler. He's going to be trying to drive to the front. McCarthy, Susie here. I'm going to tell you what. It's been great racing. 147 of 188. All the cautions have subsided. Only one car off the lead lap. I'm sorry, two cars off the lead lap. Miller and Pera. Pera's 13 laps down, and Miller looking for any kind of caution to get back on the lead lap. That's James Miller, the number 18. That throwback paint scheme has been doing us some justice. Up near the wall. Hopefully he's not, and we don't want him to be the caution. Come on, hold on to it. Here's the 25 down low. Menzies, 13.6 seconds. There's Swope right behind him. Two DraftKings drivers trying to make it work. There is a ton of fun happening here. Alan Crowell out there, the number 54. Get some right side damage as well. He gets out of the gas, gets it back into the gas. Caleb McCarthy trying to find any kind of room to clear these drivers. And right now, the 8. Now, what's happening is that 12 car, once he gets out of the corner, he's getting really close to, he's trying to pull the air off the back of that car. Clean air on intermediate tracks, that's kind of what you want to see. You want to see clean air. 24 right now, not finding any clean air. That 12, she needs a little bit more separation from the 12 to be able to pull out and start driving the line that she was driving before. 17 right there behind is doing the same thing to the 12, so they're actually according each other. It's crazy to see that in these next-gen cars. I think that's the kind of racing we're going to see in NASCAR next year. I think that is the race line that you're going to see. You're going to see these drivers kind of accordion a little bit. 81 is going to go a lap down. So Barr, first car off the lead lap, as 151 of 188 is being completed. All these drivers came in on 131, got their tires topped up on fuel. I think that is going to make them good to go to the end of the race. We've seen 1.5 mile tracks be able to run 50 to 55 lap green flag runs. So this 1.3 miler might be able to do just that. 24 up high, 12 to the back bumper. 1, 2, 3. You could throw a blanket over them. That's how close they are. 152 of 188. They're rolling. 24, 12, 17. And then the battle for 4th and 5th. Well, it looks like this. He has outstretched his hand. Fell back 2 seconds there for a moment, but Sikosi here has done a decent job of working his way back to the front. 2.2 seconds. McCarthy really keeping the pace up front. And right behind Sikosi, Brian Pressler is going to have to start looking behind him because he's got a little bit of lap traffic with him here. But right behind him, the one of Wiggins starting to get himself in line. Drives into the corner deep. Brian Wiggins, outstretched hand, a little bit free, it looks like there. He's there to the back bumper of the 67. Utilizing fourth gear all to his own here, as you see. Going to make that pass on the 67. Brian Pressler back where he started, has the 77 of Josh Aaron behind him. Overhead look. Don't count anybody out. It is anybody's ball game still. Caleb McCarthy trying to dominate here at Nashville Super Speedway. The Nashville 250 has been all about the line, and the 17 now starting to fall off that pace. That pace that McCarthy's been able to keep. Might be trying to set up something here. Maybe save a little bit and then get himself back in the mix. We watched the 12. He hits a bubble here later in the run. And right now they're about 24 laps into this run from their pit lap, from that last caution. So we're going to see how this is going to play out. Folks, pause for the cause. Going to put you on static cams. I will hydrate and be right back with you. Beautiful looking cars. Love the sounds of the good old iRacing. They get it pretty accurate, I think. Let's take a look at, I want to make sure I talk about the sponsors at least one more time for the National Sim Racing League here. First and foremost, the guy himself, Affordable SEO and Marketing. You saw that right there. You got to find that website and the link on YouTube and on Facebook. SRTV Network following us out there on Facebook. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Thank you for doing that. You're absolutely wonderful. Thank you for being a part of our Facebook following as well. Folks, make sure that you go and follow the SRTV Network. If you are watching on my platform, make sure that you go and give them a follow for me. I would appreciate you if you did that. The top-rated Syracuse SEO and marketing firm, make sure that you go and check them out. Go to SyracuseNYSEO.com or give them a call, area code 315-753-8000. Outrank your competition online is their motto. Affordable SEO and Marketing is a results-driven, full-service digital marketing agency based in Syracuse, New York area that works with small businesses from all over the country. They provide a service. They provide a variety of services from website design to search engine optimization, logo design, and even designing business cards. Make them your one-stop shop for your marketing needs. And make sure you get a free estimate by going to the website. Again, SyracuseNYSEO.com, or give them a call, 315-753-8000. You can also give them a call or find them on Facebook as well. Or email mark@SyracuseNYSEO.com. Also, part of the fantastic folks out there, Kayla McCarthy. I talked about Kayla McCarthy stretching her lead out there. And she's starting to do so. She's starting to show that consistency that she's had all race long, and an impressive drive for the number 24 here. I want to talk about how she was 15 spots. She's gained 15 spots. She started 16th. She worked her way through the field, found herself in a groove, made the adjustments that she needed. It looks like that this is her racetrack today. Susie, 1.2 seconds. Just 5 laps ago, you could throw a blanket over the top 3, and now the consistency starts to show. You see the bubble that the 12 has had to overcome, and now the 12 is starting to fall back as well. Sikosi here, the number 8. He's actually starting to catch the 17 and catch the 12. So McCarthy has found that extension that she needed and has made it work. We're about to hit 25 laps to go. And speaking of 25 laps to go, should be looks like James Miller coming to pit road, making a green flag pit stop. We'll follow along with James, number 18. There's that throwback paint scheme that Reese was talking about. 25 laps to go here in the National Sim Racing League. Another sponsor that we want to talk about, Butt Kicker. Go to there's a link in the description on Facebook and YouTube, but make sure that you go and check them out, thebuttkicker.com. And they've got a little holiday sale they've got going on. I think it's holiday 15 for 15% off. You got a sim rig and you have not had one of those haptic sensors, you've got to try it. It's absolutely insane. I've had my fortunate experience to be able to sit in a rig that has those. I don't own them, but I did get to sit in a rig that had them, and I would tell you it is unreal, the realism that you get out of that. So make sure you go and check that out. Go to thebuttkicker.com and feel what you've been missing. Let's see, Speed Demon Setups. There's another setup shop out there, but unlike any other, you want to make sure that you get out there and try these guys out. Not only do they have setup shop needs, but they also have broadcasting needs. They also have a paint shop, so go check them out to make sure that you find the right fit for you. There are tons of setup shops out there, but this right here could be the one for you. Make sure you go do that. SpeedDemonSetups.com is going to be the website for you. And then last but not least, besides the guys over at the National Sim Racing League, you can go check them out on Facebook. They have a Facebook group. Absolutely amazing. You can also go and find Elevated Outdoors on Facebook. Go give them a follow for me. I would appreciate you if you did that. Tony O. Grace Lad, give me a follow out there. Thank you very much. Appreciate you very much for following us on Facebook. Elevated Outdoors, it is a Pennsylvania-based business. Of course, we were talking about them just a little bit ago. A small business from Central County, Pennsylvania, looking to spread the love of the outdoors through sharing products, knowledge, and experience. Find their Facebook page. It's facebook.com/Elevated Outdoors PA. It is absolutely awesome to see what they have there. They've got products and services that are on there that you can look not only through their Facebook page, but they got a Facebook group as well. So make sure that you go and look at them, give them a like, give them a follow for me, and look at exactly what they have. You got a trail cam. One of the is it reveal by tact cam? Right there is one of the first posts I looked at, and I was like, look at that. There's some deer out there having some fun. All right, McCarthy looks like she's starting to get a little bit tired on the tires. I tell you what. Mr. Susie, he's starting to close the distance about 0.2 of a second. Let's take a look at the last 5 lap times at the bottom of your screen. They're going to go up right about now. Last 3 laps, Susie's been able to kind of push the boundaries here. And Barr's going to be a lap down. Looks like some lap traffic's going to be right there for maybe help out. Susie starting to close the distance now. 24 outstretched her hand. Maybe she might have ran it a little bit too hard because quarter second almost gained by the number 12 behind the 24. 24's had one heck of a drive off, and right there is going to keep it low. Lap traffic not really working in her favor, but you know what's working in somebody's favor? Lap traffic's kind of working in Josh's favor here. Isley falling back a 10th at a time. 166, the only lap that was better for Isley. And the number 17, a little slide up in front of the 34. The 12 goes. And right now, trying to catch McCarthy. McCarthy, quarter second gained out of 169, 170. Just about a 10th of a second gained. The number 12 is. So 0.7 of a second, 18 laps to go. And now is when you turn on the gas. You can only be cooking with fire if you have enough gas. And the 24 is trying to make it work. Right in front of the 24, you see it's the 16. That's Tom Perra right there. Little Toyota action. Got the Chevys coming up. 24 is going to drop into the corner. Able to run a better line here. The 24 is. So Josh might have just saved a little bit there, trying to force McCarthy to run a little bit harder than what she might have needed to. We'll see. This is a long race. She might have been saving. She might have said, you know what? I might need to save a lap or two of fuel here. Let me burp the gas tank a little bit. Because this time by 0.6 of a second. Perra to pit lane. He's going to come in. Right now, McCarthy, 16 laps to go, is just looking in front going, I just want nothing to go wrong. Isley there. Looks like Picosi in the number 8, 7 seconds off. He was gaining there for a little bit. And now it's kind of falling off pace and has found himself out there. When he was out front, he was fast. Actually still owns the fastest lap of the race, 29.45 for that driver. Next fastest lap belongs to Josh Aaron, 29.48. .77 into turn 2. He's in eighth position, 12.5 seconds, 12.6 seconds off the pace. Justin Diltz was a couple of laps down there for a little bit. He's rebounded to be back on the lead lap after a few cautions and finds himself in 7th, trying to track down Pressler in front. Pressler has had kind of an up and down day, but Pressler is exactly where he started, and he's in 6th. He started 6th. That 67 running very well. The 18 of Miller, 5 laps down, is coming off pit road, and he's screaming fast. Got some tires ready to rock and roll. And 14 laps to go. He's just going to let the 67's like, just go. Just go. I've got to protect what I've got. It's just go. Do your thing. Wiggins trying to catch up to Picosi here into number 8. Trying to get to the outside, but the 81's going to drive the inside. 81 doing a really decent job of holding that. Clicking on the wrong 81. doing a really decent job of one. He got himself on pit road very cleanly. He's only 3 laps down. If something were to happen right now, he'd find himself in a predicament. So what he really needs to do is he really needs to get around a couple of vehicles here. Hopefully, hoping that McCarthy and Susie find themselves lapping a couple cars in front of him, and he can get around them pretty easily. We'll see what happens. 12 laps to go. This race is far from over, and right in front of the 24 of McCarthy is I do believe Briggs Swope here, the number 7, has Alan Crowell in front. Alan, little right side on him, but he's got a pretty good looking rowdy energy. He looks, I think it's supposed to be chrome, and I've got all those maps turned on. I'm just trying to, I think the chrome on the night maps just doesn't show up very well on my stream. I'm not quite sure. Maybe it is. Maybe it's just gray. Maybe I'm just missing something. 10 laps to go, 24 to the inside of the 7, 12 trying to capitalize on a little bit of lap traffic. Navigating lap traffic is probably one of the toughest things, because the 7 right there, Briggs Swope, who's now a lap down, will run side by side with the 12 here and carry good speed as the 12 drops down into the turn. The 7 is going to give a little extra room here. McCarthy is going to have a natural drive off and now is going to be able to pull away a little bit on the front stretch. That is exactly the opposite of what happened to McCarthy before. McCarthy was battling the lap traffic the same way that Susie just did, and now that is kind of where that play is going to be. Susie, 9 laps to go. The battle is going to be between these 2 drivers. Somebody's going to make it stick. Somebody's going to not make it stick. And right now, I'm thinking Sikosi and Wiggins are about to find a big stick. 8 and 1. Ooh. Too many battles going on here. Too many. If you look at the 77 and the 5 of Broderick, they're going to be battling here very soon as well. I think Broderick was starting to close the distance pretty fast. Sikosi and Wiggins, they're going to be seeing the 34. Yep, there it is, the 34 there to the outside. The 8 trying to clear here. In 4th, top 5 kind of night for him. But don't count out Justin Diltz, who's not far off as well. He's still there. 7 laps to go here. McCarthy, 0.3 of a second out front. And it is down to the wire here. Down to the wire. (24, 12, 17). 8 and the 1. Talking about the battle between the 1 and the 8. Highline running for the 8. The 1's going to drop it in low. He's going to try to make this pass, but the 8 is still going to have that high line here up next to the wall to drive off the corner. The 5, or the 1 down there, that's technically Wiggins down there. He may be driving that 5 because there's 2 5s on the field. He might be driving it down there. 5 laps to go. That's an interesting battle. And right now, Caleb McCarthy giving up the line to the 12. 12 carries the line out. 24 might have just kind of let it happen. The battle for the lead between these 2 drivers. A lot happening. And the 24 will get back to the inside line behind the 12. 24 side by side for the lead. 4 laps to go. The 24 in line to the inside. 12 to the high line. Going to force the 12 to run the higher lane here. Inside, outside, out of the gas. Going to let the 12 kind of make that run to the inside. That's kind of where she might need to be. Joshua Susie takes over the lead on lap 4. Lap 184. And now McCarthy's going to have to think about the line that she wants to run. Because that clean air for the 12 has been every bit of a godsend. We talked about saving here. We talked about how the 12 was able to have that little kind of in the middle. He lost a little bit on the tires, and then was able to find long run speed. And he's been able to track back down the 24, who's been the class of the field all day from the back to the front. She's done a phenomenal job. But Joshua here doing just the same. 2 laps to go here. We're going to have a phenomenal finish to this race. And it's been a great race. It's been a pleasure to be a part of them. Speed Demon White flag's going to wave here. Susie, McCarthy, Isley, Sikosi there, Wiggins, Diltz, Bressler, Broderick. A race for the ages. McCarthy is going to have one more attempt here to get herself into the corner of the 12 high. Drops it in. 24 right there to the back. Not going to make it. Joshua Susie, barring a catastrophe, is going to win it here. And does it with a last 5-lap pass to win it here. Congratulations to number 12. McCarthy did a phenomenal job as well. So did Isley, being able to get himself out front and stick with him. He kind of just had a blanket. McCarthy does a great job of holding her own. She was still able to keep up with Susie. I think given some more situations that might have been differently. Joshua wins it here. I'll be able to ask him what his name is, so that way if I have to do this again, it'll work. The 12 wins it in fashion. And the burnout to be celebrated. As they should. They might just get up here and park it on the race line. Here it is. 1, 2, and 3. Race results. 12 wins it here. McCarthy finishes second. Isley in third. And then the 8 still holds off the 1. Ryan Wiggins there and finishes in 4th. Wiggins finishes in 5th. Diltz in 6th. Pressler 7th. Aaron 8th. Broderick 9th. Rush 10th. Then Clark in 13th. Barr 15th. Para finishes 17th. What a great race. Look at that. That was a great race. Burning it down. He deserves it. TV2 NASCAR cam for the drivers. The 12 winning it in fashion here. McCarthy second. Isley in third. What a great drive for all the drivers here. That was a great one. Here's the Dutch lap for the number 12. And I believe they're all KT. I think they might all be teammates. KTS Motorsports. They're all on the same channel. Great run. Turtle Shell Motorsports, TSM on the corner there. And a great recap. A great race. They were phenomenal. Special thank you to all of the sponsors here for the National Sim Racing League Cup Series. It's been a pleasure to be a part of them this fine Wednesday evening, and it's been a pleasure to have each and every one of you here tuning in to Signature Esports. If you haven't done so, make sure you give us a like and follow on all the platforms that we have: Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. We have Instagram, we have TikTok, we have got it all. So it's been a ton of fun to be able to watch. 24 blows our engine. It does happen. Folks, it's all the love in the world to all the drivers out there, and a big special thank you to The sponsors of the series I was talking about, Speed Demon Setups, Butt Kicker, Affordable SEO and Marketing, and Elevated Outdoors. Make sure that you go and you support them. They're in the descriptions on Facebook and YouTube. If you're out there on Twitch, go give us a follow on Facebook. Look at the post. Make sure you click those links and support these fine folks that support simulation racing. And of course, what we do over here, absolutely it's a great. It's a great opportunity to kind of not only be a small business and do what you do, but be a supporter of things that may not necessarily interest you. This is just an absolutely awesome platform to be able to have that. Let's bring in the race leader, Mr. Joshua, and is it Susie? I'm asking because I've probably been saying it wrong all night. Josh, you get a copy?
No, you got it. It's Susie.
Is it? All right, brother. Congratulations. 4 laps to go. You make that pass, and you don't look back. It seemed like that you had good early run speed. You kind of burped in the middle, and then you have great long run speed. Walk us through this race and what it took to be there at the end.
The team had a really, really fast car right off the rip. I actually dialed that back in practice just because we're getting really loose, 15, 20 laps in, just burning up that and overheating the right rear tires. So the whole practice before the race was spent dialing that back and doing some 15, 20, 30 lap runs and really just trying to optimize that wear to not kill the right rear. And, just patient first part of the race. You saw those guys with really, really good short run speed. And, the car could maintain if I pushed it. And about 15, 20 laps in, it was really hitting its stride and everyone was starting to lose their front end or their rear end. And the car was really good. And then, once we hit the 20, 25, 30 lap mark, it was really coming to life compared to others. And I tightened it up some more throughout the race just to try to stay on top of it and really make sure the looseness didn't become a factor and try not to over tighten it. I tried to play the fuel mileage game, and then I got caught up on that restart wreck, which I didn't think I barely touched the guy, but it gave me the meatball, and thankfully I had my fast repair. So I was able to use that, and then I think, honestly, I was the only car that was going to be able to make it on that one restart we had with like 76 to go or so, 74 to go. I was just kind of laying mid-pack, saving fuel, maintaining, watching what was going on, and a couple of my teammates did the same thing, but they were going to be short, so I was like, I knew I was doing the right thing. And then, of course, we had to have the caution with like 60 to go, and I was like, well, I guess that's out the window, so, we got to get some tires here and try to make our way to the front. And honestly, by the time I cleared up to third, I was about a second and a half back from the leaders. And then I was able to run up to them, and I was really worried I'd used up my stuff. And then just riding behind Kayla, I felt it starting to get tight more than I wanted. And I made the move on her, and then the 18 out of nowhere just got like wrecking loose in front of us, and I had to go up to the wall to miss him. Thank God I missed the wall, but that cost me another second and a half to Kayla. And at that point, I figured there's no way. Like, I've already run up to her twice, used my stuff up pretty decent, and she had the same set as me. So I just had to be super laser focused and experiment a little on my entry points and just trying to match lap times, if not gain a tenth, a hundredth, a thousandth a lap, just a little bit.
Right.
Give me a couple inches. I mean, that's all I needed. And I got stuck a little bit, about 6 to 8 tenths back, and I figured something out going into one, and then she got balled up a little bit with some lap cards more than I did, and that was able to really put me within her draft. And then I was just trying to figure out how to really get to her with the draft and the push in the corner. Just applied pressure, and then she made one mistake. I was able to capitalize. She rode me hard, and thankfully, we respected each other a lot. We're good teammates, and we weren't going to wreck each other or bounce off each other, nothing. But I was able to choose the right line and being on the top when it come to that late on tires and trying to hold her off. And it just worked out. I mean, it was a lot of doubt throughout the race. A lot of things didn't go my way. I knew I had a fast piece, but there's plenty of points where I was worried it wasn't going to come to fruition. I'm glad we were able to get 1, 2, 3. Really bummer for Tyler. he got caught up in a lot of stuff back in 10th. But he rightfully should have been up there in the top 5 with us. He just didn't have the luck tonight. So I hope he's happy with the 1, 2, 3, for the team, and put it on him and get ready for next week.
Yeah, it was a great race, and watching teammates battle it out, and knowing I didn't even know you were teammates because I didn't look in the Discord, because I was like, I'm just gonna call the race. I didn't even look in the Discord until I saw you guys in the team channel. I was like, oh well, they're teammates. That's awesome, and it was a great race all the way to the finish. So that's gonna just extend that points lead that you have as well. And make things going into next week just a little bit better. May I give your shout-outs out there? Congratulations once again on the race win.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, first and foremost, big shout-out to the team. Again, I can't say that enough. We always go into every week. The first and foremost game plan is to help each other before we help ourselves. And, we want to optimize everyone's position as best we can get it. And a lot of tracks with this package, it's all about teamwork in the draft and keeping momentum up. It was a little different tonight with the shorter bankings and everything. It was more of an individualized race, but you could still help each other. And, we did the best we could. We realized Isley had a short run car. He had a little different setup. So we let him go at the beginning, lead some laps, pull us along. And then when his stuff started breaking down, we moved by him. And the game plan is, up to snuff every week. So that I can't thank them enough. Got to thank Charge Racing, everyone on this beautiful unpainted vehicle, all our league sponsors. Big shout out to Ashton. He couldn't be here tonight. He's had a really rough pro series, but I hope we represented him, Mike, Kayla, and myself really well, and the whole team. Everyone in the league, all the admins, they do a great job. Our RC, as always. You for coming on board, man. We appreciate it. I can't wait to watch this broadcast. I mean, I always get excited to watch them, no matter where I finish, especially when the team has a really good night. It's a lot of fun to see how it played out on screen and all the good airtime in the press. And give a big shout out to my beautiful pregnant fiance sleeping on the couch behind me. I guess she couldn't stay awake. But I'll try to get her to watch this thing and get you another view.
Hey, the 3 seconds that I need is absolutely... No, I'm totally joking. She's... the family's the most important when it comes to all of this. So much love to all the family out there. My man, hopefully I get to see you guys again, and congratulations on the race win. It was absolutely... I'll be tuning in regardless if I'm back for another one or not. I'm gonna be tuning in to what you guys are doing, because now I'm interested. You've got me vested.
All right, man. That's all we can do. I appreciate it.
Always. Josh Masus, he's going to be your race winner here. Let's go and talk to the rest of his teammates and kind of have some fun with what's going on. Let's talk to that second place, the class of the field, the one that I was like, you know what, you better watch her. She's got that long run speed. Kayla McCarthy is going to be the one to look for. And guess what? She really, really nailed it. Kayla, walk me through that race, because my goodness, you had, it was great. It was great to watch.
Man, everyone here at KTS Motorsports Charge Racing, we had an awesome set tonight. Myself, Josh Susie, Tyler Isley, and Tyler Rush, we put a hell of a set together. Isley was running a little bit different to the set just because of his driving style, but I'm kicking myself in the butt, honestly. I gave that one away off of 4. I drove it into 3 a little too deep on that with about 3 or 4 to go, and tried picking up the throttle just a little quicker to try and compensate for it, because I had to check up quicker, and ended up getting tied off 4 and just gave it away and never could get it back. Thought I had a chance there for a second to get it back. Just could blow it on my end.
Well, you were my pick to win, so P2 still finished, and it's because of how you did it. You went from the back to the front. Biggest move of the race, so you've got the Hard Charger Award no matter how you look at it. 14 positions gained, and I think you led the most laps here, too. I think you've got that as well. So then nothing to sneeze at when it comes to what you did, and your teammates finish ahead of you and behind you. So that to me seems like it's a more of a success regardless of a win or not, and it looked like it was a phenomenal drive.
Oh yeah. We definitely had this thing set up for the long run. We were hoping it was going to go long run, and thank God it did because it played out to our advantage. And actually, driver messed up and missed qualifying. We got a new four-legged addition to our family, so we had to take care of that before qualifying. Didn't realize that when I got back from doing that, qualifying was almost over. So I was like, well, we'll just take this as a shot in the dark and pick our way through it and go from there. And it seemed to help. So maybe I might start running the back or not qualifying every race if we can have runs like this. Definitely points that for us.
I can understand that. I do that. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not the greatest driver out there, but here lately, I'm like, I'm not qualifying. I don't want to be up there in that mess yet. What a wait.
Yeah, it's definitely a hit or miss. And I've got a lot of laps here at Nashville Super Speedway. We ran the C Open here when they were here for officials in the trucks, and the line for the trucks versus here is a lot alike, so that really helped out. I know myself and Susie, and then Tyler Rush and I were here for another league race a couple weeks ago. So we've got the laps here, and it just I'll kick myself in the butt for this for a couple of days, and then we'll get over it, and move on. We'll take the good points day and keep digging.
Yeah, you're still top three or four in points. It's absolutely insane. I tell you what, give the rest of your shout outs out there. It's your time to shine. Congratulations on a P2 finish here.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks to everybody at KTS Racing, Charge Racing, Nitro Setup Shop. Again, they helped build this setup, and we just tweaked it. Number one, shout out to my wife for allowing me to put the time and effort into it. I do this to put this setup together, and because I know it takes away from her. So, number one fan, number one supporter right there. Again, my teammates, everyone at Nashville Sim Racing League, all the sponsors of the league, just awesome.
It was a phenomenal race. Congratulations. A lot to be proud of. Family is the most important. Susie said it. I say it. You said it. It's absolutely incredible. Congratulations on a P2 finish. I look forward to seeing what you guys do in the future.
Thanks, bud.
You're welcome. That's your second place finisher, and she did a hell of a job doing it. Kayla McCarthy running amok and making it tough on all of her teammates. But last but not least, that third place finisher, Tyler Isley. I didn't know you guys were teammates right away, Tyler. And I tell you what, you guys ran each other like it was like you were going out of style. And I tell you what, it was a phenomenal race. You were able to find and kind of pick your way through a few battles. You got into a couple of battles there a little bit, but it worked out to you. You're able to find yourself. You could throw a blanket over you guys for a little while. Walk us through your race and kind of how it stands out for you there.
Yeah, minus getting dumped on lap 9 by somebody who wasn't paying attention. It was actually a really good race. I had a really fast car. It was unfortunate. I mean, it is what it is, and obviously move on and finish third, so I can't be too mad about it. It's frustrating. A lot of the good finishes I have end up with me getting wrecked by somebody who's not paying attention. So just got to figure out how to stay out of trouble early so I can not have to be as cautious throughout the race. Otherwise, so a really solid run. Proud of my teammates for finishing off the 1, 2, 3 finish. And otherwise, just like I said, happy and moving on next week.
And moving on means finding. You were talking about trying to avoid that. Now, being that it's these next gen cars, even with setups, finding that aero dependency and then the drive and tearing up that right front tire, which we see is kind of like the immediate setup problem for all of these cars. Is it an attribution to maybe them being able to run a little bit closer, or is it just kind of, maybe just learning these cars and trying to make those adjustments on open setups?
I mean, I had the same problem. I had a problem where I was doing the right front up so quick, it was making it hard to turn. So, I mean, I'm still learning it. I'm not a good setup guy. I'm just good at going out and driving them. I've been kind of adamant on making sure I make that clear. I don't do good with the whole creating the setup, but I'm good at just figuring out what's wrong and getting the help that I need. But it's just patience. I mean, you got to learn to be patient with these cars because there's so much aero dependency and there's so much that's the same, but it's also so different with these cars compared to what we are probably used to running with the current gen cars and now previous gen cars, I guess. I got fortunate when I first started iRacing about 6 months ago now, or right around the May timeframe, right when the next gen cars came out. So I never really got a lot of lap time in on the old cars to learn, I guess, if you want to call it a bad habit for these new cars.
Right.
I would say that's probably the biggest thing that's helped me out is just the fact that I didn't have to go through a learning curve to get these cars figured out, and just kind of come in and put it together and move forward.
Well, it worked out for you tonight. Your teammates finished ahead of you, and I mean 1, 2, 3 for a team of 4 is still nothing to sneeze at. You guys did a phenomenal job. I was enjoying the drive. I was watching what everybody was doing, and hats off to not only your team but for the league. There was some great driving, a lot of battles that happened early, and then it seemed like it spread out, and then it came back to it again where you were having a battle again. Tyler, congratulations, my man. Give your shout outs out there. I'm gonna let you guys go because it's been a long one for you, and you guys got to celebrate. So give your shout outs out there. Congratulations on a podium finish in P3.
Yeah, just want to thank my team, KTS Motorsports, Nitro setups for the setup. I mean, couldn't do it without them. Want to thank my family who tunes in weekly, even though it ends up ending around this time every week. They still tune in on Wednesday nights. Thank CDH Designs for the paint scheme. Had some tweaks on it a couple weeks ago. It's the first time with the Evernham font on the numbers that we've caught her in an interview. So I want to thank Preston over there, and that's pretty much it. And thank everybody who puts this league together, Mark and Dilts, and thank Chris for race control and you for the broadcast. Obviously, I can't wait to go back and check it out. So just really grateful for the league, and like I said, just now moving on to next week.
You're third in points, and that's only going to help you out trying to catch up to Mark Sikosi out there. So that right there gives you a little bit of advantage. You can have some fun with that, and like I said, congratulations. I look forward to seeing what you guys are going to be doing in the future.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Tyler finishes in third and does a phenomenal job doing it. I appreciate everybody doing what you're doing, because without you, I wouldn't be a thing, and these guys wouldn't seek me out to say, hey, can you broadcast for me? Regardless of the thank you, SRTV. Appreciate you. You too, brother. I appreciate all of you over there. I appreciate everybody out there. Thank you to everybody for tuning in tonight. If you have not done so, make sure you give us a like and follow on all of our platforms. Make sure you go check out all of those sponsors, because those sponsors are what help make this league possible. Of course, Elevated Outdoors, Butt Kicker, top rated Syracuse, New York. You got to go find them. If you've got a website out there, and you're a business or a small business, or if you've got a website, you should probably get that free estimate. The SEO, catching my thoughts here. Sorry, the Affordable SEO and Marketing out of Syracuse, New York. Go check them out. And then, of course, Speed Demon Setups. Go check them out as well. Thank you to everybody out there tuning in for the first time, and for those who came back to watch again. I always say it at the end of my broadcasts, and hopefully we get to say it again. We'll probably say it again here on Saturday, because you're going to tune in to the BNR Cup Series. If I don't see you, I hope that you have a good afternoon, a good evening, and a good morning. It's been a late one. Love you.